All right, guys, we are back with round four, Edison format at Epic Cards and Games in Hearst, Texas. We got Donell D Nasty on the left playing Amaryllis versus Jimmy Nguyen on the right playing Hero Beat. I think he's playing the Crystal Seer version, Diva Hero Beat. So Donell opens, probably one of his strongest openings, Lone Fire for Titanium. Now, a lot of people say you're supposed to keep one of the Lone Fires in the deck, but I think Donell brings out both, maybe because he's used to in Sylvans. Yeah, this is the good news about Diva. They can just Cataster out Titanium. I think you have room. You can maybe run 2 Cataster in this deck. I'd probably run 2. Let's see. So Donell does have the out Karma Cut for the Cataster. So it keeps his Titanium, which Titanium kind of hurts this deck pretty bad. I mean, stops all his D Prisons, his Sparks. And here comes Heavy. Okay. So at least it's not too bad. It's only a +1. It hits the double D prison. Oh, he was going to D prison, chain D prison. I see. But Donell had the Heavy. Activates Card Trooper's effect. Hits him for... Does Jimmy play Gores is the question? I don't know. So now we're at 33 to 8,000. I mean, a Miracle Fusion will out if he can get like a... If he can get an Ab-Zero out. Okay. Yeah, this will out the Titanium. But he already normal summoned, so maybe if he has a second Miracle Fusion, that'd be pretty good. So he attacks over the Card Trooper for 23, but Donell's gonna use the Necrogarna. Now Jimmy sets one. Donell Trooper, he needs to hit Amaryllis. No Amaryllis. Alright, and then wipes the field. Jimmy's gonna take 300. Donell's going to draw one for Card Trooper. Let's see what else you got. Now, who am I rooting for? I don't know. Donell's already got a bunch of wins on the channel, so I'm rooting for Jimmy because he's only got 1 win because he just doesn't play often. But he usually does pretty well when he comes to the local. All right, so he's going to activate Miracle Furt. Maybe Jimmy's wondering the way it works. The reason I know is because I've been playing Sylvans in half formats, so I'm already like used to Miracle Furt. So he's gonna bring back Titanium. Jimmy bottomlesses. Okay, yeah, the Miracle Furt will just get destroyed. And here comes DDR, ditch, trade in, bring back Titanium. Jimmy probably said a Crystal Seer. Yeah, so Crystal Seer. You look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Add 1, the other one goes to the bottom. It's that card's pretty good going first, but I don't know. It's kind of I look at it kind of like a Jar of Greed or a Yadas. It can be kind of slow at times. All right, so Jimmy with the Alias is done. I'm gonna try to snipe one of the back rows. Oh, he's gonna Karma Cut him. Discard the. All right, so now we're at 3,000, 8,000. I think Jimmy's got an Eco in his hands, so now he's going to leave Jimmy at 200. I mean, 2 D prisons are gone. He would have to draw his Mirror Force, and now here comes the E-Call. I guess you could Spark and force him to negate. Okay, Upstart. Yeah, the only issue for Jimmy is that he's so low. But he could have, like, if he has, like, Gemini Spark Hero Blast, he's in an okay spot. All right, two cards to 2 cards. A second Upstart. So Jimmy's on Upstart and Jar. That's the thing. I like Hero Beat. I played it for a long time. One of the weaknesses of the deck is that it's just inconsistent. That's why I played Upstart in the deck, and I've seen some people play triple Upstart, triple Yada in the deck. Because that's when this deck loses, when you draw like Gemini Spark with no heroes, or Miracle Fusions that are dead. But I don't know how to solve the problem. That's why I stopped playing the deck. And also, it kind of has a... I kind of struggle against Vayu with that deck. Because that's another reason why I stopped playing it. Vayu's such a popular deck, and you kind of don't want to have a bad matchup against arguably one of the most played decks. I think it's just with the hamsters and the Raikos, they just outgrind you. Sometimes you have to preemptively spark their sets, and they'll like get you by setting values and stuff. All right, so he's gonna reveal MST and play the MST. Donell chains Karma Cut, discards Amaryllis to banish the Crystal Seer. That's unfortunate because he's probably holding that Karma Cut for the Ab-Zero that's gonna come out here soon. And here comes Miracle. Yeah, the only issue for Jimmy is that he's so low. Flips Abs. Yeah, this might cost him. Hopefully his back row is something good. I mean, he's in trouble because of Amaryllis. Yeah, Amaryllis is just gonna burn him for game. I don't see a way he can stop it. Yeah, he's at 200. So Amaryllis is just 2D prisoners are gone. You can just bring back Amaryllis. You don't even have to attack him. Like Jimmy needs to draw a way to gain some life points. Like a Diva would. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. That buys him time. Here comes a second Ab-Zero. He summons Ocean. Attacks the set, which is Plague. Uh-oh. Does Donald have a card in hand? This might cost Jimmy the game. Just because he's so low. Like Donald can just make a monster that runs over the Gilman. And it might be game. Luckily he had the out to the Amaryllis, the bottomless. Oh, oh yeah, that's gay. Yeah, he just grabs, hit it. I forgot that's another out, but there's not really much you can do to that. I mean, he plays 4 brain control in his deck. I guess you could have switched your monster to defense mode. Yeah, Jimmy concedes. Yeah, I think Jimmy was in trouble, man. But like maybe just keep the monsters in defense mode. Set the Ocean, set the Gilman. Because he plays 4 brain controls in his deck. 3 hidden armory and. Well, Jimmy probably still loses just because he was so low, but I don't know. I don't know how familiar Jimmy is with Amaryllis. I've played against it a few times, so I have a little practice against it. But I do recognize that I do need to play against it a little bit more, just because it's not that popular of a deck. It's not like a value deck or Black Wings Frogs or even Hero Beat. Okay, so now Jimmy normal summons the Diva after he calls for the Stratos, probably trying to get the Gilman out of his deck. My guess is maybe he's on 1 Gilman and he's just playing like upstarts and he's like, I don't want to draw my Gilman. I've done that in the past too. Alright, he goes for Android turn 1, gains 600. Yeah, you're going to need Android against Amaryllis. Alright, Hidden Armory. Mills the Miracle Furt. And now he's going to grab the DDR. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, he has no plans for the Mark of the Rose. Oh, he just passed. Does Donell play Gores? I think most Amaryllis players play Gores. Because they don't play that many trap cards. Okay, Jimmy is on 2 Gilman. That's shocking. I know most people play 2, but I've experimented with 1. So let's see. Is Jimmy going to attack into Gores? So he decides not to attack into Gores. So we're at 92 to 63. So sometimes people will bluff that they have Gores, but to me it just depends if I can deal with it. Alright, so now Donell summons Lila. Now will he crash? So he decides to pop Jimmy's D-Prison. Oh, see, if I had D-Prison, maybe I walk into the Gores. So Donell Mills, trade in, Botanical Lion, and Mark of the Rose. Alright, hits Donell for 19. Yeah, he's still not attacking with the Android. I don't blame him. If you're going to drop the Gores, drop it on one of these guys. Yeah, and this, but if he has Spark, I probably would attack and just let's see if you have the Gores early in the game. Depends. Yeah, maybe I would attack. But Jimmy's playing extremely safe. All right. Come on. I'm rooting for Jimmy. The one time he did win on the channel was with this hero deck. It's crazy because around that time, this deck was like, it was like a year ago at my locals. Everyone was playing this deck and a lot of people were winning with it. And then everyone just gave up on it at once and kind of switched to Value Turbo. I think a lot of the reason was because Los was winning, he was winning a lot with Value. So that's why people kind of gave up on heroes. Okay, so he attacks into Debris Dragon, and now Android's going to hit over the Debris. And hits with Spine Gilming, leaving Donell at 27. So the third back row, end phase gains 6. Donell just drew Dandelion, so that'll buy him some time. Here comes Miracle Furt. He could spark this, but what does he have in there? I guess the Botanical Lion. Yeah, bring back Botanical Lion. Yeah, I think this game's over for Donell. So he can attack over Gilman probably. And Jimmy responds with... I don't think you spark there. You might just let it go through. Unless you have a D-Prison, maybe you D-Prison it. I mean, you know Donell has DDR, right? Oh, he is going to spark it. Okay. Yeah, you have to spark the Lion. If you spark the Miracle Furt, the Lion stays. All right, spark. So he does spark the Botanical Lion. He's going to draw 1 card. He loses his Miracle Furt. Donell can't normal summon, and Donell concedes. All right, so we are going to game 3. Oh, Jimmy's showing his hand. Oh, it was double Amaryllis, double Titanial, and DDR. His hand was awful. All right, so will Jimmy pull off the Legacy 2-0? Now, this was the last round of Swiss. Remember, we had 4 rounds of Swiss, cut the top 8. And both these guys are X1. So, yeah, winner here is guaranteed top 8. Loser is going to come down to tiebreakers. Sometimes we do 5 rounds of Swiss, cut the top 4. It usually depends on how many undefeateds we have after round 4. Most of the time, someone gets paired down in between the rounds and they lose. But there are some occasions. If you look at all the previous tournaments on the channel, there is sometimes, if you see the 5th round, yeah, if you see round 5, it usually means that there was 2 undefeateds after round 4. But it rarely happens. I don't know why. It just consistently the pair down loses. All right, so Donell summons Lila, mills 3, hits an Amaryllis, banishes Titanial for Amaryllis, so he probably has DDR. I mean, he plays 4 DDR in his deck. 3 Hidden Armory and DDR itself. So he can easily bring back that Titanial. So he attacks the Lila with Alias. $78 to 8,000. Jimmy with the Miracle Fusion sleeves. I remember at YCS Indianapolis earlier this year in the Ultimate Time Wizard tournament, I played against a guy. He had his whole deck with Miracle Fusion sleeves. And I'm thinking in my head, is this like a trick? Is he trying to trick me to make me think he's playing Heroes? And then he was playing Bayou. I was like, oh my gosh, I hate when people do that. Or their mat. Their mat will be like a certain deck to try to get you to think they're playing that deck. That's happened to me a lot. Like my opponent will sit down. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, so here I think Donell is debating on attacking with the Amaryllis, but he doesn't want to get de-prisoned. Come on, heavy. Okay, Donell. I know Donell in the past, some of you guys who remember Donell, he used to play really slow, and right now it looks like he's taking forever again. So I was the one person who beat Donell, and I got a little frustrated. It's not just us. I get frustrated sometimes against some people when they play a little slow, but with Donell, the reason I was kind of upset was because he's playing Amaryllis. Like I remember I won game 1 and game 2 was really close, and I was thinking, man, if I lose this game, Donell is going to have the huge advantage game 3 if we go into time. Because at my locals we do the new time rule. I do get upset when I go to other areas like Oklahoma or South or not or Central Texas, clean. They do the old time rule, and I always get upset about it because it's just bad practice. Like if you go to a Konami event or an in real life RBT, they're gonna do the new time rule. So I just always feel it's bad practice to play by the old time rule. You got to get used to it. It sucks. I know. I prefer the old time rule, but all right. So 28, 22, and then he's gonna burn Jimmy. So yeah, this is looking good for Donell. We're at 22.78. He has Titanial, 2 tokens, and he's bringing back another Amaryllis. And there's not much Jimmy can do to stop this, unless if he sides in like crows or stuff like that. So he summons the Gilman, attacks. Now, yeah, see, look, now he's at 14. 2 Amaryllis burns in his game. All right, and he drew Card Trooper. That'll fuel his graveyard for Amaryllis. But do you summon it and potentially walk into Torrential? Let's see what Donell decides to do. Yep, he's playing it safe, taking. Yeah, I like this play. You leave him now at 300. Yeah, it makes sense not to walk into the Torrential. He's going to tribute. Oh, tribute set. Did he tribute set Amaryllis? Okay. Yeah, now he bottomlesses the Amaryllis. Upstart. Yeah, this is not looking good for Jimmy. Oh, he's got not. Oh, he sided in Nobleman? Oh, no, but Donell can negate it. Oh, should he have negated that knock? Oh, he should have. Oh, no, Donell, you should have negated that Nobleman. Now you got to be aggressive. I think I would summon the Card Trooper, yes. Let's see if you got Torrential or Mirror Force. Mills, Decree, Starlight Road, and Plague. Does Jimmy have the Torrential? He could have Mirror Force, so either one will buy him another turn. All right. So Titanial attack. Oh, he's got Hero Blast, and he depresses the Titanial. Now, do you negate here, or do you want the Titanial banished? I think he has Miracle first, so he wants it in the graveyard, yes. And then Card Trooper attack. I think I saw Hero Blast in Jimmy's hand. Okay, so yeah, Donell's hand is Amaryllis and Miracle first. So next turn, he can bring back Titanial. Oh, Jimmy drew Miracle Fusion. Yeah, this is looking good for Jimmy. Banishes Ocean and Gilman for Ab-Zero. And I think his hand is Hero Blast. Yeah, I think his hand is Hero Blast and Spark. So he is going to Hero Blast the Card Trooper. Yeah, you'll do more damage this way. And I think he has Spark. Okay, so yeah, this next draw for Donell is really important. He has Miracle Furt, he has Lila, and he just drew... What did he draw? So he summons Lila. Pop the Spark. Jimmy chains it, pops the Lila, draws one. What did he draw? Donell's at 44. Man, there's so many cards Donell can draw to just win this game. Well, he can't use Hidden Armory now. He can't use Miracle Fur because he normal summoned. He's got Amaryllis. Oh, he still has the Plague in there. Okay, and Jimmy chains Crow. That's what he drew off the Spark. Okay, so he throws the Plague. Oh, that's not good for... Well, Donell has Miracle Fertilizer. And now he just came another 1,000, so 54. This has been a good third game. Yeah, because Jimmy's so low. It's like you risk summoning... Oh, that was a good draw. Does he have... Yeah, we saw 2 Gilmans. Okay, yep, that's a good draw. So you hit him for 600, 23, 35. How much damage is that? 23, 38, 40. Oh, that's game. Yeah, that's game right there. Oh, wow. Jimmy, that was a good third game. Nice draw by Jimmy, but Donell messed up. He should have negated that nobleman across out. I think what happened was Donell was shocked that Jimmy sided in knock against him. What I sided in against Amaryllis, I get why Jimmy did it. You're trying to snipe the Rykos, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't side deck it because my main issue is Titanial. I don't really care about Rykos that much in this matchup. If it's a hamster Ryko deck, then sure. But also, Donell, this is like his first Edison tournament back in months, so maybe he's a little bit rusty. It happens. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that match. But man, yeah, Donell wins. I think he wins that game had he just negated the knock. But yes, also, guys, check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. Yep, I'll see all of you guys next time. Bye.